Okay, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Welcome to an all new episode of Changing the Game with G-Lew and the beautiful Deandra Chanel. Tonight we got a special guest, a legendary Dolly Girl is yay. And once again, we are back. It is Changing the Game. I am G-Lew. That is Deandra Chanel.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, girl? How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. I want to first give a shout out to you coming off a wonderful weekend.
Thank
With
you.
your
Oh my
band. You
God.
know what I mean? Before we start, you want to tell the people about that, how great it was and all that?
So I did my very first LA Fashion Week ever. And that, like, in the world of fashion is like a huge deal. Like doing Fashion Week LA, New York, Paris, things like that. Like that's huge. So I got my foot in the door to be able to do my very first LA Fashion Week. And this weekend I will be doing another.
Oh my God, back to back.
Yes, back to back.
Hell, man.
Speaking of our guest tonight, there is a an event that's going to be ran by P Funk that she will be a part of this coming weekend, and I'll be there too in attendance. So we'll let her talk more about that when she comes in. But yes, thank you so much for the support because that being in the game as long as I have, like that was like a dream come true for me was to do a fashion week and to be able to be blessed to do it is amazing.
Well, you did it, girl. You know what I mean? Congratulations to you. I'm proud, very proud of you, Deandra. You continue to break barriers, you know what I mean, and do great things. So we're very proud of you, you know what I mean, and continue to do great things, you know what I mean?
So much. I truly appreciate you. But enough about me. This ain't about me. Our we have a legend in the building. Because
Legend.
watching some of her interviews, you better not call her a legend because she'll check you. Okay.
Oh,
So
right.
let us, without further ado, present the legendary Dolly Girl to changing the game.
Hold on. I think she Dolly Girl. I know if you can hear me, but she your device. I don't know whatever you did the first time. Probably go back to that because now it's saying that your device is not connected. So try to go out and come back.
Okay, that's
I don't know. She probably tried to change something and it didn't work. So we're waiting for her to come back in.
so. In
Yeah.
the meantime, I expect to see Divine in here. I do.
Oh yeah, because you know that's her. Yeah. She loves Dolly Girl for sure.
We have our boy The Unfadable in the chat,
Yeah, Fadeable. What up?
friend of the show.
Yeah. Love Grace. What up? Shout out to our producer DD Hairston, Big D, everyone in the chat tonight. Thank you for the love. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. It's gonna be a good one.
So she says she's in here, but I don't know if you're able to hear her. She's in
No,
here.
she's not. She's not. Oh, there she is. She's
Okay.
there, but it's something. I don't know what she did. She probably tried to change something because it's there, but it's saying her device is not connected. So
Have
I don't
I?
know. Maybe
Well,
just go back to what you did. Maybe she should just go back to what you did the first time. Looks like she probably tried to change something because now she's there, but it's saying her device is not connected. She was
oh,
on at first, so I don't know what she changed up.
if anything, she'll probably need to just jump on, jump back in.
Yeah. So Dolly, if you can hear me, just try to go out and come back in, but just try to go back to what you did the first time because now it's not connecting for some reason.
So, in the meantime, while we wait for her, um, that
Probably
event.
text her, 'cause I don't know if she's still there. I don't know if she can hear. Maybe try to text her and tell her.
Oh, she said that it just logged her out of nowhere, so she's gonna jump back in.
But she's there now, but it's still saying the same thing that her device is not connected for some reason. So it's something off
Okay.
on her end.
Um, yeah, I would just kind of start over, like log out, log back in. Let me see.
Yes. So bear with us 1 minute, people, while we get these technical difficulties going on. What else is going on, Deandra?
So they are having Thump Records is having another show this weekend called Puck Up
Okay.
in the city of Santa Ana. So I will be there as a vendor, and then Dolly Girl will be performing along with a couple others. Oh, another friend of the show that we had in the past, Amanda Carrera, she'll be there.
Dope.
Um, Candy and Chrome's partner, the Group Shack, he'll be a special guest there too. So super
Dope.
excited to see everybody.
You stay working, Deandra. Do you ever take a week off, or is always work?
I try to, and then I'll get like an offer, and I don't know how to say no.
Right. I understand.
Sure.
Right.
So
I feel you.
sometimes I've always been a firm believer, like you gotta write that way while it's there.
Facts.
Because one
Facts.
day you never know when that phone stops ringing, and you're like, what
Facts.
happened?
Facts. Facts.
So but yeah, I'm really excited to see her there. And then also another friend of the show that we had, Theo Wessel, he's gonna be there too.
Facts. I love to see everyone always coming together working. You know what I mean? It's always like a reunion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What up, ESP? So yeah, people were just waiting on Dolly to we're having some technical difficulties for some reason. We had it together before the show started, so now we having some technical difficulties. So just bear with us, please, while we get these fixed. Hope you're feeling better, ESP. I see you, homie.
So what have you had going on? We don't talk about you much.
I don't, I'm always working as well. You know what I mean? Just trying to do better and build a brand and get my things together on my end because you know what I'm working on. So that's my main thing. You right now.
Um,
You know what I mean?
First and foremost, let's talk about that collab that you just recently did
Which one?
with the hats.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
which
yes.
one? Excuse
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. We recently did a collaboration with the legendary street level clothing, the OG golf hats, and we have them now available. We have a special G-Lew show edition of the golf hats. You know that all the OGs wear and everything. So please support us if you can. Get at me or DD Hairston. Inbox us on IG or email us and we will get you those hats, man. They're going fast, and this is a special collaborative edition with street level clothing once again. So shout out to them for that. And it's a beautiful thing. We have all colors for the ladies. We got the pink, you know what I mean? We got blue, black, all colors. So please get at us for those hats. And with that being said, without any further ado, Dolly Girl is here. So just go ahead and introduce the legend. I'm gonna call her a legend. I'm sorry, Dolly, but go ahead and introduce her.
Let us bring in the legendary Dolly Girl to changing the
She is here.
Hey, crowd.
game.
There she is.
How you doing? Sorry, I don't know what happened. I swear I didn't touch anything. I just turned off. So hopefully that doesn't happen again because I didn't touch nothing.
I
That's all.
believe that the reason that it went out is because you have this destitute flag behind you,
Oh,
and the camera system does not pick up nonsense.
That's right.
look, we start off great. We have a little fall. We come back up. We have a really bad fall. We always start off great. I got faith. I have faith. I'm not gonna jump no bandwagon. One day we will conquer.
That's right.
I will say I am a Cowboy fan, so I totally understand your pain.
Oh, Cowboy. Oh, Raiders. Raiders.
Counting, and I'm still saying this is our year.
Hey, I'm just, But how you guys doing? Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. It's
Thank
such
you.
a pleasure. I know we've been trying to get you on for a little while since our girl Divine has been on here and has been
Shout out to Divine. Yes.
Vine. What up? Straight Divine.
I'm surprised you're not here causing a scene, honey. Because the last time that we had somebody on here, she was on it.
Oh, girl, that girl, Divine, no filter, all the way. Let's get it. This is why I love her. This is why I told her to ride with me because I know she was all about it.
She loves you so much, though. She speaks
Oh,
so highly of you, Dolly Girl. Really, she does.
No, I love her just as much, man. Like I really don't really like mess with too many people, but when I finally find somebody that I got that connection, it's like let's go, game time.
Right, right.
And I definitely saw that in her.
So you had over 20 years in the game with rap. Now,
Yeah.
some of us discovered you in different ways. So I know a lot of people discovered you from the beginning of your career, and then some of us, like myself, discovered you through Chola Stray.
All good.
So tell us a little bit about your career and how you got started, because you've been around since 2002, right?
Yes, this is actually my 20th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect to get to be in this game this long. I really wasn't. It's been a blessing, and then for that reason, I do not take advantage or granted of it. You know what I mean? Like I really try to expand my umbrella and bring as many people as I can. You know what I'm saying? I try to expand it and try to help and everybody. Because like when I first started off, I wasn't really in the field of trying to get in the industry. I was just doing it for fun. I was in a car club. I had homies that were actually the ones that were rapping. And I supported them. And then one day they're like, hey, jump on it. We need a female on here. And I was just like, bro, I don't rap. And I'm just like, come on. So I did a little something. We recorded it in his living room. No studio. It was a living room. Little beatbox machine with a microphone. We literally recorded right there. And we put the song out, and it's just like spread, and everybody's like, oh shoot, like who's this chick, you know? And luckily at that time this is right before I lost my father, and I got to play him a song that I did. And even though I was cussing and everything, he was just super mad excited the fact that I was on a CD. He was just like, wow, that's awesome, you know? So I was so excited he got to hear that, because my father is the one who put me in the industry, because my dad was very well known in the city of East LA as a photographer, networking. He worked with radio stations, TV stations, a lot in the Spanish community. So I was always with him with all the lights and cameras and everything, you know? So I took a big liking to it, you know? But, you know, plus as 3 years old, he always put me on, you know, challenge shows and anywhere he could put me in. So I took the grasp of that, and you know, I was very blessed to let my dad hear me on an actual track before he passed, and I never stopped. I just kept going because I just knew in my heart that this is something my dad wanted me to do. He had faith in me doing this because he followed me everywhere with that camera, you know. And I kept pushing everything, and next thing you know, a homie named Dolle, that's part of Slow Pain's it was part of Slow Pain's crew back in the days with Old Town Mafia. Rest in peace, Slow Pain, a great mentor of mine. He heard my song, along with another homie named G-Lew, and they brought me out. I did a couple songs. They were just very impressed. The whole crew was, and it took off. Next thing you know, I'm signed to Thick Skin Records with John Yu, and he's putting me on all these shows. And then we were trying to kind of go out of Cali, but I couldn't because I was on probation. So I had to go to court. I had to take papers. Johnny Yu had to sign papers for me, you know, just so I could leave and come back because I wasn't allowed literally out of the LA County, you know. But started stepping out. I did good. I was off probation. Next thing you know, we're going state to state to state. We're going everywhere. We're doing music on the radio. I'm in the middle of Lowrider magazine, you know. I'm everywhere. It was just like, wow, it was such a flip from being in the hood and not knowing nothing but the 8-mile radius. You know, I didn't get out very much. So just to keep going and exploring and seeing all these cities and everything was just like, wow, it was a whole new world for me. And I've been very blessed to be up and down the US, and I've been blessed to gone overseas.
Wow.
You know, I've been to Japan 3 times. We're working on the 4th, hopefully for next year. And it's been awesome for something that I wasn't trying to do, that I was blessed with. It's been an amazing trip. And I've met so many people, so many amazing music, talented artists, people that I grew up listening to. You know, it's been great. It's been great. I've been very blessed, and now I got my label and I got my team, and it's just a whole bunch. You know, I don't want to say everything because I know you guys got questions as well, but I'm trying to say much as I can in a nutshell. As far as
over, thank you.
You know, as far as this 20th anniversary, as far as you know what I'm saying.
So I actually find it extremely interesting. So I was watching a podcast that you were a part of, Our Raw Opinion, and I found it a little bit interesting, your people who inspire you. The reason that I find it interesting is because in a way it felt like there was a sense of a force of like, well, you got to be down for the culture, you got to represent for the culture, you got to do this for the culture. And it's like, but there's inspirations that we obtain because hip hop came from a particular genre of people.
Right.
So it was very much like, yeah, but what I find beautiful is that some of your inspirations are like the legends, like female legends, Queen Latifah, MC Light,
Yes.
T.I. Like
Yes.
that I didn't expect because
Oh
when
yeah, Yo-Yo, like Digital Underground. That was all me. I was stuck on Yo TV raps like for days and hours. No, definitely that was all me. It's just when I was growing up, like I said, my dad was very involved in just networking. It was everywhere. It wasn't just one thing. So I opened up to everything. At that time too, I wasn't necessarily hanging out. I just started hanging out with like street gangs and stuff like that till I was about 15, 16 years old. So when I was like 13, 14, I still kind of was, it was kind of like our old social media, just the TV and just school and stuff, and hip hop was huge me growing up. It was huge. I was such a huge TLC fan. Oh my God. That to this day, TLC is just like my top three, you know and I was very very close to as like looking up to was with Left Eye. Just her whole vibe was on me, even though we were like so opposite. It was still like the hats at the back, the baggy pants, like all that stuff, like that was me. So like hearing their music and just a little kind of what I was going through, it was easy for me to kind of like just lean towards that way. It wasn't when I really, like, when I was like 15, started hanging out with like homies and homegirls, where like I started hearing, besides oldies, I knew about oldies for like there forever, but like the whole Chicano side, which would be like Spanish Fly, Slow Pain, JV, like was the ultimate. When I was 15. I think I dressed up like her for a talent show, and I did the neighborhood queen. I did do it. I wish there was footage, but I had the flannel shirt with with the shot, with the shirt and the hat, and I did the whole neighborhood queen song, because that was just like, wow, this girl is talking about being in the hood and just all that stuff. So I was like, wow, this is awesome, and I took a huge liking of it. And she was definitely an inspiration to me, and that's when I got into it. I said, yeah, but what raised me was hip hop, like the main legends, like all that. That was all me. To this day, I love Queen Latifah. I be bumping all that. And it's like, my son's 8 years old, and he'll be like, he catches on, he knows it already. He walked in the living room that day to sing some Faith Evans song. I was like, where'd you hear that? But it's cool. I love music in all genres and everything. But yes, definitely came from the whole MTV raps circle. Definitely did.
So I'll assume that your clothing style is that because you're very, very authentic 90s. Like, I don't know anybody who can rock the hell out of a blossom hat and make it look super authentic. Because a lot of times what people do is they'll sit there and they'll try to embody the 90s. And as we see, the FB County, the khaki pants, stuff like that. But your style, when I'm looking at your album covers and I'm looking at things that you do, it's still it looks like you pulled a bunch of shit from your closet from way back.
Right? And then what is true? I have all my originals. I have Cascades, like the real stuff. I have the actual, counties. Like, I have everything. I still have all that stuff. And it's crazy because I'm like that was a huge or big on me and everything, but it's always been my style. And it was crazy because I remember for a little bit I kind of started like just drifting a little bit away from it, because I wore it more when I was active.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like in street active. And as I started getting a little older, like it didn't change much, but I just like, okay, to me it was different. It was different for me wearing that, because that was like a uniform, a street uniform, a hood uniform. That's what I wore when I hit the streets and had to go take care of, street stuff. So as I got older, I was like, okay, I'm just going down a little bit, not too much, because you can't take that away from me. But it was crazy when I started, I started seeing like the 90s look coming back on people. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? I was like, oh, I have those. I got a pair of those. I got some of those, and I just started to realize, like, okay, I guess I could bring out my old shit because it's rocking now. And that's pretty crazy. But like to me, I do still dress like that when I go to a show or something like that, because it's just a good little feeling. What I mean, where you came from. That's how it makes me feel when I throw on my Cascades and my Dickies and my Cortezes. It makes me feel like I'm 15 again, because that was me. That's who made me who I am today.
So I wanted to talk about your transition from like the street life to music because I noticed a lot. I when we had Anthony Fernandez here in the past, we talked about this how there was this big epidemic of like a lot of the street dudes that went into acting. Do you think that you saw that as well in the early 2000s when it came to rapping too, for a lot of the Chicano gang members?
Yeah, I saw a lot of that. A lot of my homies got into acting, and I thought that was great because I mean, first of all, there's nothing wrong with extra income, you know. Number one, everybody's got to feed their families. Number two is just like we're all there. Let's stick together. Let's get into all the same stuff so we can get noticed. That's always been my thing. Like, our genre is so small that I would like to for us to stick together because we need to get noticed, and our circle doesn't get noticed that much. Our genre is so far off. Like people see it, they're there, they tap in, but they don't stay there, But everyone's aware. They know. Even big industry people, I know they're aware of us. Why they don't take a chance on us, I don't know. But I think that was great that a lot of homies stuck together and did a lot of stuff together. I too. I mean, I came from the life of acting. I've done so many movies, background. It wasn't making lines, but I did a lot of background acting and stuff. I got into it. I met a lot of new homies there too. I met a lot of people that did music. I know so many times I would do like casting calls, and I would meet people that would love to do music, and I was like, "Oh, that's great." And then they started doing this. I think that's great. I think why not? I mean, get into everything. I'm all about it.
Hmm. So speaking of your acting, so I discovered you through Chola's Try. Tell me how you got into that.
Let me see if I can remember. How did that happen? I had a homegirl hit me up. Yes, I had a homegirl hit me up, and she told me that they were looking for some new faces for the show they had called Cholo Stripe. And she was like, "Oh, just be yourself. Really, just go be yourself. Show up, be you, and see what what they got to offer." So I went there. I met the cast. I met some other new people also. I didn't get to meet all five or four of them in the beginning. But when I got there, it was so funny because they're just, oh my God, they're like, you look so great. Like, you look the part. And I was like, I'm not looking the part. I am the part. And I got a lot of that too when I used to do casting, like TV shows, stuff like that. Right away, they'd be like, oh my God, wow, where'd you find these clothes? I'm like, this is me. I own it. This is me. Like, oh, okay, cool. So I went in there. We did one that I did was called Cholo Wisdom. So they pretty much just asked us questions about, how do we feel as females? Like if a female turns her back on you, how do you feel if another female hates on another female? And I was just speaking the truth, and they loved it. They loved it. They brought me back for another one, and then they hit me back up again in 2002 to come back. And I thought it was great. I love the whole concept. It's just like for other people to tap in, like, okay, like they might be hard or went through what they went through, but they have a sense of humor because we do, But I liked it. I had a good time.
How do you, speaking of which, because that was what, about 10 years ago, huh?
Yeah, at least 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my girl China, because I think you guys did that together, right?
Yes, I did do that. She was awesome, right? And we hit it off great. And you know what? That episode you saw was our first time meeting each other. So it worked out great. We vibed.
It looked like you guys had been friends for a while.
Right? And that was just like, Dad, it's not that bad. We did pretty good.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like, well, we were vibing.
So I wanted to ask you about your label. So you started your label Setup Shop, and you have about 4 or 5 artists on your roster. Is that correct?
Yes.
One being our girl Straight Divine. So how did you come up with, or what made you say, I want to start my own label?
Okay, so let's take it back, and I could be wrong, but let's take it back 10 years. Like I said, I was very blessed to be in the game. I wasn't trying my hardest. Like it literally fell on my lap. And, being in the industry and just, having these opportunities that were amazing. I was like, I want to bless somebody. It looks like, I feel like I'm in a good place where I could bless somebody like that, So I go, I'm going to start my own label. And I came up with the name Setup Shop Inc. first. And the Inc. came because, Murder Inc. I was just, like I said, good big hip hop fan. So I was like, let's go with the whole Murder Inc. Murder Inc.'s got, they got different people on their team and they're all vibing. Let's go Setup Shop Inc. I'm going to roll with that. And I had a group of three brothers, three homies and two brothers, I believe. The female singer, three other rappers, and I had a whole squad. And it was working out great. I took them everywhere with me. We started having photo shoots. We did all kinds of great stuff. And then some of the people that I was working with, unfortunately, got into some incidents and some issues, and they couldn't work with me anymore. So I had to let them go, and my crew got smaller. And as I'm trying to figure out and do stuff, I mean, at this time, we were all real young. Some didn't take it too serious. It was very hard for me to focus on my stuff and focus on people who I didn't know if they were going to stay or not. So I had to let it go. I could not lose focus on Dolly Girl and try to focus on people who weren't even too sure what was going on. And I know in their hearts they wanted it, but there was just so much going on that it couldn't balance. It couldn't balance. I said, it's fine, regardless. Like, I love you guys. And if something ever comes up, let's work. Bam. To this day, we're still good friends. I'm good friends with everybody. And, there's no bad vibes. Now, 10 years later, I just felt like I was in a good position to be like, okay, I'm ready to do this again, And it was just me and my manager, and I was talking to my manager. I was like, you know what? I go, let's do this. I go, I feel like I want to help somebody. I go, I'm in a good place right now. Let's go. And I got hit up two of his homies that used to be from his label. I know I saw them coming back out. So I was like, you know what? Ride with me. Let's go. Let's promote each other. Let's network. I started thinking about this whole network thing. Let's network each other. Let's help each other out. And then at the same time, Divine, she was already riding with me for like about a good year. I loved her hustle because she went with me on the tour, the MB Riders tour, all last year. I loved her hustle, her drive, how she wanted to do stuff. She was doing her thing. Nobody was really helping her, and I saw so much potential in her. I was like, girl, let me help you. She's like, all right, bet, let's go. And I said, I made certain deals with everybody where they feel comfortable enough where I'm going to see their drive and their hustle, and I'm going to be able to help them with my drive and my hustle. And so far, it's been great. It's been great. We all work together. We help each other. We promote for each other. And who knows where it's going to go? All I know is that right now, when people say the word set up shop, people know it. And that's exactly what I was trying to do. When people say set up shop, they might not know everybody's names on the team, but they know our faces. They know we're out there, and they know there's something going on. So right now, where we are at, I still say we're still on the level. We're still climbing on the ladder. But we're working good, working solid. And the most important thing is we trust each other and we network together and we work together. And that's amazing. So right now we're good. Right now, Set Up Shop is a movement and it's heading the right direction.
Mm-hmm. So a couple more questions before I kick it over to my co-host. So as you are on this show, at least I think, G-Lew, you're our first female on the show that owns her own label. How does it feel as a female CEO? Do you feel like you get the same respect as maybe a man who runs a record label?
You know what? First and foremost, thank you so much. I appreciate recognition. Thank you, because I don't really get a lot of that, and I don't expect people to tell me that. But I appreciate you for that. Thank you. I feel. You know what? I think it's a little more different than being a female artist. For some reason, I feel as a CEO, as a boss, that I'm taking it a little more seriously. Maybe it's because the way I speak, the way I set things to go a certain way, and they understand that I'm not here to waste anybody's time. People do hit me up recently, and they tell me that they want to work with me. They want to know what's going on. They have questions. They want to know, So the fact that they're asking questions and they're helping me put ideas and things that I have together, it's a good feeling to know that they take me more serious. It's great. I love it. And as a female rapper, it's a little harder because it's just like I feel like they want something from me. They're expecting something else. They're expecting too much. They're maybe intimidated, like, oh, what kind of attitude is she showing up with? Who is she? Was it like I can question 1,001, but when I show up as a boss, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, more serious, they're more on, like, I have more contact. They're listening. It's crazy. It's crazy how it works.
do you feel like you get the fairness that you deserve when it comes to like making deals and like setting up shows and everything for like, because I know a couple of your artists opened up for like Warren G and for MB Writers and things like that. Do you find it difficult to be able to close those deals when you're doing the performances because you're a female, or because you've had so much longevity in the industry, it's easier?
You know what? Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both. Again, like being a female and doing stuff like that, it depends why. For some reason, it depends how I approach it. Because, like I said, if I come talking to people as a boss, they're gonna listen. If as more as just an artist trying to book something, because it's so funny. You know, I'm glad you asked that because I'm really thinking about it now, and it's so separate. Like it sometimes they're very confused in how to help me come to that conclusion because they're still twisted. Like, okay, what is she doing? Is she trying to just build something? She's just trying to promote. She's trying to build a show. Is she trying to just perform? Like, who is she at this moment? So it is a little difficult because they don't even know how to approach me sometimes, if that makes sense. You know, and a big thing that I noticed with that right now because I'm planning my first actual tour.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I've never done one, so this will be my first one. And I am trying my hardest. Lord help me, I'm trying my hardest to do at least 15 cities. That's the goal. The goal is to do 15 cities. I'm working with a few people. I'm making the phone calls. Because at the same time, I'm going to bring my artists with me. So when I'm talking to people, they're trying to figure out which direction I'm coming. Is she coming at me as an artist? Is she coming as a promoter? Like, what is the deal? I'm literally going through that as we speak. So it has been a little difficult for me to lock in some shows, and I'm getting the words, oh, just wait till January. Let's wait a little longer. You know, come at us next year. It's like I'm trying to book now, bro. Like I'm trying to lock these dates in so I can put it out there for next year. I already have everything like lined out, but for some reason, it's just been very hard for me to lock it in. So we have the deals right and everything, but I don't know why they're just having a hard time locking it with me. And again, I'm very confused on that part. I'm not sure how I gotta do it. I'm praying and hoping that I don't have to have my manager do it for me because I want to do it. I just don't know if they're gonna take me seriously or not. So if I have to tell my manager, hey, call these people up because they're for some reason we're not doing that connection, and if they could do the connection with them, I'm probably gonna be upset. But I guess I understand.
By chance, is the manager male?
Yes, that's another reason. See, I know. That's what I'm saying, girl. That's another reason. And you know what? My manager has told me too, sometimes he goes, you know what? Let me be the asshole and let me close the deal. You know? Don't be the bitch and the artist. Sometimes you can't do both. But I'm like, but I want to. But I get where he's coming from. But again, I get also it's just the way the industry works sometimes. They won't take certain people seriously.
Yeah.
You know, like so when they come with my boss voice, they listen. But when I come with like as an artist, they're just like, hold up.
Yeah. So I'm sure my co-host has quite a few questions. I'm going to kick it over to him.
Go ahead.
Yes, Dolly Girl. First, I want to say congratulations. I'm just listening to all your accomplishments and
Thank
everything.
you.
And I want to ask you first, like coming into the game, because like you said, first you really didn't want to do it or didn't think you could do it. But how does it feel to come into this game as a female Latina and really make a mark in this game, like starting off the way that you did? Because you really did things that no females have never done. You know what I mean? So for you to come into this game, make a big mark and become a living legend. I know you don't like to use that word, but that's what you are.
No, you know what? Let's use the word. Let's do that. You know why? Because I am a legend. I'm an alpha. I'm one of the top 3 alphas of this industry. And the reason I'm proud to say that because I am. When I was out there was no other female rapper doing it. Before me was JV and Teardrop, and props to them. I always give credit where credit is due. And that's where I came from, you know, and I am an alpha and I am a legend. And it just sucks that sometimes people don't recognize that. I don't need everybody to open doors everywhere or applaud and bow down when I walk by. But shoot, tell them, homegirl, thank you for fucking opening making way. You know, I opened up a lot of paths, a lot of lanes in this game, a whole lot of them. And I've never really spoken up like that. Like I actually am. This is my first time saying it like this here.
Right.
You know, I've never spoken up like this. I just stay quiet. But it's like, no, 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 no. I'm tired. Like I put in 20 years of work on the pavement, in the streets. I got the adhesive glue, put it behind the posters, put the posters up at 2 a.m. in the morning. I ran all the streets. I went past out every flyer. I drove to every city and state. I put in the footwork. We didn't have social media,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Talk
And
that shit.
Lord knows at the end of the day, if I had social media as a youngster, woo, woo, don't get me started. I probably would never gotten off this damn phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, you know, so yes. Yes, yes, I'm all about it. I'm collecting my flowers right now that I'm here, not when I'm gone. You know, no, don't like I'm telling people, listen to my music now, not when I'm gone. Buy my shit now, not when I leave. Like that's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. My family will be okay when I'm here or gone. But it's like support is now, and not just me, but any individual. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've worked very hard. Unfortunately, you know, I've had a hit. I had a top 40 record that went unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? I had shoot. I did so many appearances for big radio stations. My song was like top number 5. Do It Daddy with featuring Baby Bash. I was on the radio repeatedly. I heard my song every 15 minutes. And you know,
girl.
Bakersfield, Reno, Albuquerque, Las Vegas. Like it was everywhere but LA. And that's all good. But that had to do with some other issues that went down with as far as marketers and management when that song hit. Power 106 was almost about to pick it up. Bocos Pero Locos played it, so I did get to hear it in LA. 991 KGG LA Riverside played it a couple times. But that song went so unnoticed, and it's pretty sad because I worked really hard. I worked my ass off for that song. And for some reason, people just forgot about it. But it's all good. I love the fact that I got to experience that, you know? And the fact that I know that I was that close is what keeps me here. I have that love, so I still continue to work that hard, you know?
Right. Congratulations. I want to
Thank you. Thank you.
How was it for you, like making that transition? Because like you said, coming into the game, doing what you did, because like you said, even at first, you weren't used to everything. You were still on probation, all these things going on. But to get the acceptance and the love that you got, how was that for you to experience that? Like, were you surprised? Like, how did you transition and accept that? Like, damn, people really love me.
It was very crazy. When people started hitting me, and they still do it. Shout out to everybody who stops me at the market, at the store, like everywhere, you know. And at that time when it was popping hard, I was getting stopped left and right. My mom was like, "What is all the fuss about? And what's going on? Why does she want a picture with you?" She was like, so funny, and I love that my mom got to see all of that. All of that. My mom. Shout out to my mom for being my number one inspiration. She's been with me through my whole ride. And she's helped me out in every way that I don't think any mother could ever do, like the way she has, especially being in this industry. We've seen birthdays and holidays and so much stuff that goes, you know, unforgotten when there's so much, when you got so much going on in the industry, you know what I mean? And it was great, but it was great. She got to see it. She see me in concerts and everything. And it didn't change me though. I'm still me. Like I love the fact that I stood humble, you know? Because I'm that person. I'm so humble. I'm so nurturing. I love to help people. I love to, you know, talk to the fans. Because at the end of the day, there ain't no Dolly without the supporters. None. So I stop in this and I'll stop and take the picture. I reply back to a lot of people. And because it's because of them is the reason why I'm still able to do what I love to do. You know? And it's money. And every time I feel like giving up, like all these answers come out. Don't do it. And I'm not even the one, you know, I get, hey, we want you to come perform. Oh man, I was about to walk away. Hey, how about you just song? Damn, I was about to put the microphones away. Like, you know, it's just, it keeps coming back for some reason. So I'm still here doing what I love to do and love the fact that I do have the people that do listen.
Right. Let me ask you this. How were you able to, especially early on, I know now you got it, but how were you early able to not get caught up in the little bit of fame? Like, you know how some people, you know, hear this song, you know, I'm popping now, and get caught up in the fame and get caught up. How were you able to stay focused? And because you not only just started making music, you transitioned to, like you said, a boss and all these things. You 20 years later, how were you able not to early get caught up in all that fame and hoopla and stay focused and say, man, I have a job to do and I want to do greater things than what I'm just doing now?
Because I just love life. I just love life. Life is so beautiful, so precious, and I try to enjoy all of it, all of it. So it does get overwhelming at times. But see, like I tell everybody, I think I might not be at that level, if you want to say, because I don't just do just music every single day. I mean,
Right.
it's a beautiful thing, and shout out to everybody who does it. But I like to live life. I like to go hiking. I like to go low riding. I like to work. I like to be with my family. I like to do music. So because I don't focus just on that is the reason why I do so much. And this is why I have my music business. And this is why I sell my merchandise, my clothes. This is why I like to do stuff with my car club. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think because I love to do so much of that is the reason why I could be so humble and still be so focused on things that I love to do.
Right. Let me ask you this too. How hard was it? Deandra kind of spoke on it earlier, but I want to get more of your perspective of how hard it is being a female and getting that respect. Because like you said, not only when you're a female, it's dope and people like you and all that, but we already have the double standards, and then you have to deal with the fact that when you're trying to do business and all that, are people taking me serious? Like you said earlier, do they want something from you? You got the dudes, it's real men driven. So you got the producers, the managers, the CEOs, all that are men, and you don't know if they really, really respect you, or if they, like you said, want something from you. You got dudes that may like you, or all this other little weird shit. How are you able to get through all of those obstacles and hoops?
And
Go ahead.
More to that. The fact that she's not one of the ones that's out with the little shorts.
Yeah.
The fact that she's not one of the ones shout out to the girls, because majority of the Chicana rapper girls are very sexy and we like that. However, you're one of the only ones that's like fine that have the old school, again, Queen Latifah, MC Light look to you, where it's very like, this is what we're here for, the music, we're not here for the S.
Right. Yes.
Let's kind of incorporate that in there as well.
And my answer, as soon as he was done, what I was right about to say before he started speaking was, I tell him, homie, I got time for the bullshit. I keep it gangster, homie. I got money. I'm going to fucking pay you. And if you don't want my fucking money, then bye. I could get it somewhere else. Straight up. That was what kept me with respect. Let me tell you, I know a lot of females in this game. I know them that have laid on their back just for that free beat, have put out just to get that studio time. You got me fucked up. I'm a gangster. I'm a G. I'm going to fucking come through. And if I don't have it, I'm going to save up for it. I'm going to come back. I've never in this game in 20 years have I had to do anything with anybody to get what I wanted to. I've been very respected everywhere I go. Every man, I've never had a man disrespect me like that ever. And if he did try, he knew right away to shut the fuck up, because it wasn't going to go down like that. I don't got that time. Like I said, shout out to all the girls that do wear the booty shorts and the small tops and push your stuff out. That's all good. Much love for it. You got it, girl, flaunt it. I'm all about it. But it's just when guys think that every female coming through is going to do that, that's what shut down a lot of, I'm not going to lie to you, that shut down a lot of paths for me. That sure did. There was a lot. That was so much that I was like, I'm out of here. I don't need it. I'm cool. Right, but they were quick to call back when they knew I wasn't there to fuck around.
That part.
Like, I'm there to work. I'm there to do what I gotta do, get my money, get my music, and let's keep it moving. And to this day, like they know me. People know me. I could be in a room full of older heads, homies, and everybody, and they won't fuck with me. They won't, because they know by now. People know by now that I'm very well respected and I don't play.
Right. That's what's up. Hey, let me ask you this. Speaking, you conquered the rap game now, but like you said, getting into the business part of it, how were you able to learn the business aspect of the game? Like, because it's hard. Like, I don't know if you had mentors or people help you, or if they did, they were open to help you. But how did you learn that business part? Was that hard for you, learning that part and transitioning into a boss, and even wanting to start your label? I know that's easier said than done. You can say you can label, but to make it happen and do business and make it successful. Like, how did all that happen for you, and how did you learn the tricks of the trade? Because I'm sure it was a learning process. You know what I mean?
Right.
Down.
Right. Okay. First and foremost, the easiest thing with me is being in the game. That was easy. Me being in the game these 20 years, I have learned a whole lot. I've done my homework a lot in this game. And that was number one. That was easy. As far as the dotting the I's and crossing the T's, I wasn't schooled like that, educated like that. But that's why we have people who are book smart and know stuff like that. You know, my management is one of them. And I do have other people, lawyers and stuff, that can help me if I have questions. People that I trust, that I've known for over 20 years in the game. So,
Right.
and I'm still learning. And obviously, if I have questions, I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask somebody, hey, I'm not too sure what, this is what I think. Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think this is it. And I'm at that point now in my lifetime, and it's crazy because he automatically already knows that I need my management or also I'm like, all right, I'm doing this. I need contracts. I need contracts. Hey, we got to get this. Or give me 1 or 2 pages of I need contracts. Like, everything now I've learned has been through contracts. Back in the day was great. Shake the hand. Let's go. But fortunately, even with family and friends, you got to get the contracts now because everybody's mind is all over the place. I blame the social media.
And let me ask you that, because like you said, that part is very important, because like you said, when you're in this business, you want to do stuff, you want to really work with a lot of people, you want to get yourself out there. So sometimes it's hard to even put the business in there and say, okay, I need this contract, I need this in writing, I need this, or I need this fee. When you want to just try to get out there and you don't want to tell people no.
Right.
So how did you break that barrier and understand, okay, it's gotta be about business?
I'm very blunt now, and that's one thing I never was. My confidence was very small. My confidence was very small. It was very hard for me to tell people. I was embarrassed, like, oh man, like, I don't want to put you on a contract, but I have to. Now it's like, look, I got this going on. I want to invite you to it. If you want to do it, this is how it's gonna go, and it's a contract. Now, if you don't want to do it, it's cool. I'll find somebody else. Keep it pushing.
Right.
I just had to do it like that because I can't. I feel now where I'm at this lifetime, I'm like, I gotta watch myself. I don't want the headaches. I don't want to go to court. I don't want bad business. I've been very, very blessed not to have bad business because I'm very careful who I do work with, and I make sure all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. So, and I want to give that same respect back to somebody else. I'm sorry it's on paper, but no, I'm going to take that back. I'm not sorry it's on paper. Let's get it on paper so we don't have to say sorry,
Right.
So, in case I'm in, plus, I always tell people to, straight up, I'm so focused on so many different other things. I might have told you, let's do this, but it really is not on the contract. And that's just something that I wanted to add on. So you're like, hey, Dolly, you didn't say that was there. Okay, it's my bad. Cool, let's fix that, I really want to be eye to eye with whoever I work with.
Right. And it's always better that way, because in the end, it always comes problems and issues.
Yes.
And if you have that shit straight, written in contracts, all that out the window. You know what I mean? Everything
Exactly.
straight. Let me ask you one more thing before I turn it back over to you.
For sure.
I want to ask you, how does it feel? Because you've been in the game 20 years now, right? And you know how the game has changed, like from when you started to how it was. Like you said, you really had to get out here and move around and hand to hand and get in people's faces.
Yeah.
And now you have the game where it's changed a lot, especially for these new artists, where it could be good or bad, but they don't have to do all that. It's easier. You just need a phone, computer or whatever. And
right.
Stuff is more easier, which is good and bad. But how do you feel about that part? Because it's obviously good for someone like you who's really been through all the struggle and all that, so you can use these things to your advantage. But how do you feel personally about how the game has changed from where it was to where it is now?
Maybe because I'm old school, but I don't like it. Maybe because I'm old school, I don't like it. Because sometimes when I'm advertising or I'm trying to share links and stuff, I was like, man, I really want to tap somebody on the shoulder. Hey, turn around, look real quick, look at this.
Right,
I want to do that, and I can't. I have to literally send the message to them like 1,000 times before they finally come back and look. Because not everyone's on their phones. Obviously the majority of the world is, but not everyone's stuck on their phone. Not everybody gets on the messages. And I'm just like, I really trying to reach out to somebody, turn around, look at this new video, look at this new show I got, look at this, look what I got going on. But it's like it's crazy because you literally have to go viral to get that attention. So it's a little more difficult, you know. Luckily, I've been pretty cool to the point where I've hit viral maybe 4 videos my lifetime, which is not bad. Millions of views. All right, cool. Bet people turned around. I got followers, like tons. Now they know my music. All right, so it's like you gotta work real hard and hit that viral to get everyone's attention to what you got going to focus on you. You know, that's just like a lot of time on the phone. I can't do that. Like I want to spend time with my family, and I want to, you know, I go to work, and I work. I do that, you know. I got my side business, like I'm a hustle. I still got to do shows. I got a lot of things to do. But it's crazy when I really want to get someone's attention. It's not like when I used to just tell someone, hey, check this out real quick. And you know what? I just start grabbing people's phones. Subscribe, give me your phone. Give me your phone. Check this out. Boom. Like that's my new hustle now, you know. So if I grab your phone, you guys don't worry. I'm not gonna run off with it. I'm just trying to lead you to where I'm going. But I mean, it is what it is. It's change. I'm all about it. You know, I just got to restart, and hopefully, I could, you know, get your attention so you can see what cool. I have really cool shit going on. I'll tell you that you're not going to be bored with the stuff that I put out.
That's what's up. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
Deandra. Go ahead.
So before we get into the shows and everything you got coming up, I found out that you are a Lincoln Heights girl. So I went to elementary school.
Lincoln Heights, man.
My elementary school years, I lived in Lincoln Heights. And
you did?
I did in Dogtown Project.
You live? Hold up! I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Deandra.
I was there from preschool until 5th grade.
Oh yeah. Wow!
I never knew that, Deandra. Wow.
Yeah.
She's from the east side.
Well,
Wow.
I claim Boy Heights a lot because I did middle school to high school and all the way up until college there.
No, okay.
So,
wow.
How does it feel? Because Lincoln Heights is never, ever, ever on the map when it comes to artists, actors, rappers, singers, nothing. You don't hear Lincoln Heights being put on the map. How does that make you feel to be?
I love it. I love the fact I can put the hood on the map. The city in general, you know, I love it because I want people to know, like, hey, we're here. We got so much history. Like, please, everybody, when you get a free chance, do your history on Lincoln Heights. There's a lot of beautiful history there. There really is. And it's a beautiful city. I love our lake. I love our park. I love growing up there. My high school was just the ultimate best. I love my neighborhood and everything. It's amazing. It's an amazing little city, and the fact that I could represent it and put it on the map, it's a lot of love. And I had talked to my manager recently. We're working on city recognition, so hopefully I do get it and I could put it out there even bigger.
That would be dope. I mean, let us know if they decide to do something in person, and you know, they do like a little ceremony for you. We'll definitely be there to support you.
Oh, definitely let you know. This is definitely in the process. He's the one that brought it up, and he's like, you know, you should get that recognition for your city. And I'm like, let's do it. That's what we gotta do. Let's get it done because I want to put it out there just bigger than I can, you know. And again, like I've never hidden for where I'm from or nothing. I let people know, and I've always been very respected and welcoming to any other city I've gone to, and I'm very grateful for that.
We have a question in the chat. They wanted to know your thoughts on Soldi's music, like Mariah Avila, Tris Toledo, Avia Cadena. Like, would you collab with one of these artists?
Oh, I love Soldi. I've collabed with Lady Old School. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. She's a singing artist, amazing singing artist from Las Vegas. Not only beautiful, but she's talented. She's got this like Etta James voice. Like, ooh, I'm a huge fan of hers, and I was very blessed to work on I believe I've done two records with her. And she's on my last 11/11 album, and it was a really good song that we did together. And but I've heard everybody else, and they're great. I mean, who doesn't want to hear the songs they grew up to, listening with some amazing people? You know, if they could sing these songs, sing them again, because that's what it is right now. You know, a lot of people are doing these remixes and singing these songs that we grew up to. So when you find somebody who's got an amazing voice who's singing these songs that you love, let's go. You know, but I'm very open for collabs. I love to collab because not only is it another beautiful record, but their fans get to know me, my fans get to know them. It's still networking. Let's keep it moving.
So I want to talk to you about having a protege. Knowing, because when I see Divine, I see you.
Yeah.
I see like even like a mini version of you in a way, but obviously she has her own style.
Yeah.
And she's a bit more aggressive.
Yes, yeah. I'm like, and the only reason I've never got like that is because I'm just like, I'm trying to go, I know these kids are watching. That's always been in my head. If not, it would have been no filter, but go on.
That's fun though. Like she's always so like she always makes me laugh straight out. How does it feel to actually have her? Because obviously you were mentored by Sloping. Then obviously again this is 2002 and a male dominated field. Now to be a female CEO and have a protege of your own, how does that make you feel?
That makes me feel great. I love Divine. I love that. Like I said, what I used to, when I hear her, I was like, damn, you kind of sound like me. I was like, "You sound like me," but then, like I said, it's like I said, it's her hustle, it's her grind. The fact, if I could bless her with anything that I could give her, that I would probably keep moving forward with, I would do that for her because, like I said, I do see me of her a lot, and I love the way she's just out there and non-filter, and I love it. And like I said, I will continue to work with Divine as long as she lets me. I don't have her tied down. If something bigger comes for her, fly, girl, do your thing, and I'll always be there to support her no matter what. That's one thing I've never done. I want to see people win. If you pass me up, go. I'll be there. I'm glad you're winning. I don't want to see people lose. I don't like to see people lose. That's just like the saddest thing ever. When people win, I'm so great. I'm like jumping for joy. Like I cry when I see American Idol. Like I swear to this day, I could go watch the game. I could go watch who else have I seen? When I see the game, when I see the singers or just anybody, when I see somebody performing live. Sorry about my son. When I see somebody performing live, I still tear up. When I watch halftime, I tear up because I love to see people perform. And being on all these indie writer shows, it doesn't matter how many shows I do with them. I always cry because I'm so happy for them that the crowd is singing all their songs. Their phones are up. These little kids know their songs and people are recording. That's just like the best feeling in the world. And like I get emotional now. It's like I love to see that. Anybody gets any kind of winning, like let's go, let's win. So if anything I could do to help her, I want to. Any of my team members was still authentic, epidemic, sickness, divine, grapes, the homegirl T or Manny or anybody else who's gonna come along. Like let's go.
So let's move on. So, I want to talk to you about your upcoming projects that you have coming up, and you also have a few performances that you're doing in the near future.
Yes. I have the pull-up, which is this Saturday, the 26th, at Bow Down Clothing. Shout out to Bow Down Clothing for always looking out for me. They were the first one to help my design my personal bitch t-shirt that has been selling for 20 years nonstop. And this shirt is all over the place. So shout out to everybody who owns one, and shout out to Bow Down for designing it and helping me press it through all these years. And I'm going to be there with the team. We're going to have all our merchandise. I believe it's still Authentic will be performing as well as myself. And we'll be there all morning. And then after that, the next thing we have is I got an MB Writer Show in Santa Barbara coming up on November 8th. So we're going back to Santa Barbara. I'm excited about that as well. And like I said, I'm preparing for the tour for next year.
How does it feel? Let me ask you this. Hold on. How does it feel? You spoke on this earlier, but to put together your own tour, knowing that you did it, like how was that? And when it happens, I know, you're going to have to celebrate. How does that feel right there?
I'll get back to you with that feeling because right now it's the stress, the headaches, the tears, the whys, how come? So it's a lot of work and I feel it build up. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm overwhelmed because, like I said, I got my family, my son, I got work, I got the music, I got the videos, I got my TV show, I got the tour, I got the phone call. I'll keep going. But I'm excited to be doing it. And I can't wait to see the outcome. And yes, we will celebrate at the end big. And I'm talking about massively big.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Always know, like when you're ready to promote like all your future projects and your tour and stuff, you're always welcome to come back. Always.
Please,
Thank you so much.
please come back. You're family now.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
So we have someone asking where they can get the Ember Rider tickets for the Santa Barbara show.
DolleGirl.com. Everything's at DOLLE girl.com. Go to Dolly Girl. You'll find my stores. You'll find tours. You'll find tickets. You'll find merch. You'll find everything. Like I said, I have a new TV show called Dolly y mis Madrinas. It's just me and my homegirls kicking the shit, just, having a good time, drinking, just getting into some crazy stuff. And please support that show because it's Latinas and it's just your regular everyday homegirl, you know what I'm saying? And we're coming straight from like the hardcore side or Mexican side. We're putting it out there, and I really want to embrace it.
Where can they watch that at?
On my YouTube channel, same thing. Everything's on DollyGirl.com. Go to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Hit that bell, get notified. And there's a new episode dropping every first of the month.
Yeah, because it's English and Spanish based. You just did your Halloween one, right?
Yes. Yeah, we have a new one dropping November 1st.
So I was watching a little clip of it, and one of the girls, she's getting a pumpkin. She's like, "No money, no honey."
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so funny because it was so funny because I did get a lot of shout out to all the comments and the reviews and all the likes. I appreciate that so much. And there was a lot of people like, talk some more English. I go, okay, I got carried away with my Spanish. I'm sorry. But the next episode we kind of evened it up. Because I do want everybody to interact and get the feel of it. So the next episode we're kind of in the middle. But yes, they're amazing. They're funny. I love them so much. And we vibe so good. And like I said, this is what I want to embrace and put out there. And just so like the everyday other homegirl next door, I don't want people tripping out like, oh, but they're people are like, oh, but they're not even models, and they said, well, that's the point. It's just us. There's no glitz and glamour, and there's no big celebrities. It's just us,
No, I'm sure it's gonna do well because it's really funny. Like the episodes I've seen, they're hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time.
So for those of us, do you have any other questions, G-Lew? You're good?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
So if we want to find you and follow your journey and get information on your next performances and your tour, where can we find you?
DollyGirl.com. Everything's there. All my social media, tour dates, everything's there. DollyGirl.com. The minute I time ready, go to the website. Music's there. All my social media is there. Everything. There's nothing that you're not looking for that you're not going to find on my website.
Do you have any coming?
Description. We'll leave that in the description in the comments.
Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead, Deandra.
Do you have any new music coming out soon?
Yes, I'm working on an EP that's only going to be available on the tour. So if you want it, and after the tour is over, it'll be up on Spotify and everywhere else. So if you want to get your hands on the new music, you need to go to the tour and pick up the album. But I do have reels. I got more content. I got, like I said, my show coming out every first of the month. I got a lot of stuff dropping, so I'm super excited for that.
Well, we're happy that you graced our platform. It was an honor to have you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We thank you so much. This is for the archives here. We're glad to have you on our archives and on our platform. And just for the record, so many people have let me know even before the show that they love you. They've been listening to you for years, and they were excited to see you tonight. So much.
That's what's up.
When we do this show, when I came up with the concept of this show for changing the game, I meant this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I really feel like I really hope I really brought that to the table for everybody. And like I said, it's been 20 years. It's been beautiful. It's been good to me. So no Botox, nothing yet. It's been good to me. I haven't stressed out too much to age that fast. But it's been fun. It's been fun. And please, as always, if you see me, say hi. Don't be afraid to stop me. I don't care if I'm eating. I don't care if I'm shopping. Say hi, because then I get messages. Oh, I saw you. Well, you should have said hi. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you letting me speak on everything that I've done throughout the years. I really, really do appreciate that.
No, absolutely. And again, I'm glad that you're aware that you're a pioneer. Because a lot of people, we always get the opposite effect of like, oh, I don't consider myself a legend. It's just
No,
like, yes, I am.
I'm Dolly, the motherfucking legend. That's right.
Legend.
Yes.
All right.
But thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
I appreciate your presence.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys again. Thank you. Shout out to everyone, the fans, Settle Shop Music, the whole squad, the whole team. Blessings on blessings. I'm out.
Dolly Girl, y'all. Thank you. The legend, y'all. The legend. There it is. Thank you again, Dolly Girl. God bless you. Continued success, and we hope to see everything from you. Shout out to
Thank you.
what's up, boy?
He's been waiting. He's like, now. But thank you guys so much. You guys have a good evening. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dolly. Good
Okay,
evening.
bye.
Peace. Oh man, that was amazing right there, man. Another class. Every show we say this every week, but it's like, hey, that was, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of saying it, but every week it just gets better and better. We have legends on here and amazing guests. And this was another one, Deandra. You did it again. This right here was amazing. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dolly Girl, man. That shit was fire.
No, she's cool. Like it's always nice. I would say all of our guests have been extremely, extremely humble, and it's nice to like have them come on here. And yet again, we've had another guest that said, "I've never done or said things like this except on this show." Right. I don't know what it is about our show, but people tend to open up a lot here.
Yes, and they do.
We're very grateful and blessed to know that our guests trust us enough to open up a little bit more than they do with other interviewers.
Facts. And you opened up too, because hold up, man, I did not know you and William Meade projects. Because see, you always talk about Boyle Heights and East LA. You didn't tell me
that's where I spent most of my life.
You didn't tell me that part right there. I have ties. That's like my, you know what I mean? Right there.
Oh, yeah, I moved to William Meade when I was 3.
Wow.
And then we moved out when I was in 5th grade.
Wow, that is crazy. See how the world works and how things come full circle and brought us together. Because I have like you just don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like that's crazy right there. I did not know that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, wow. It's funny because like that's always where my home is. Like I would always go back like years after because I had my best friend's mom used to live there because obviously we went to elementary school together. So I still go back and I visit every time.
Wow, that is crazy, man. It is a small world. Man, that is crazy right there, man. Shout out to William Meade Projects. Deandra Chanel let me know something I did not know tonight. So shout out to William Meade. Shout out to Lincoln Heights. You know, all of that, man. Beautiful. Deandra Chanel, people changing the game. Shout out to everyone in the chat. The love we got tonight. Thank you, everyone. If you came in late, you better rewind this later and go check this interview out because it was incredible. We had the legendary Dolly Girl right here, a trendsetter, one of the first of her kind to do everything she's done, and she's an inspiration to all the ladies out there, man. So go check that out. If you haven't, make sure you follow all of her handles. DD will have everything in the description in the comments, and check her out. And they got a show this weekend. Deandra will be there. Dolly Girl will be there. Tell them about that one more time, Deandra.
So it's called Pull Up, and it's ran by the promoters from Thump Records. And we're gonna have a lot of performers there. DOS is gonna be there. Dolly Girl's gonna be there. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the artist San Juan. She'll be there. She'll be doing a mural there. So that's gonna be real dope. There's gonna be a lot of people that like friends of the show that we've had and like other legends when it comes to like art and music as well. And next, because it appears that we've had a month full of inspirational, especially women. So next month we're gonna have our first PR person on the show, or next week we're gonna have our first PR person on the show. Her name is Jen Webb, and she does a lot of like behind the scenes, and she does a lot of like she runs talent for movie sets, and she also does PR. So she'll be on our show next week.
Oh, dope! So tune in next week. So you're gonna get another treat. You know, every week it just gets better. We have great people on here every week, man. So just tune in, changing the game. We change the game every week.
Dude.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. Deandra Chanel. Make sure you follow Deandra, the legendary stylist. You know what I mean? Entrepreneur.
I'm not there yet.
You know, all
We're
of
not
that.
gonna use that word.
Legend, the legendary Deandra Chanel. I said it. You know what I mean? Right here.
Give me 15 more years and I'll wear it.
You're a
But thank
legend now, girl.
I will say, and I don't think I've ever been able to tell you this, I truly, truly want to thank you for the opportunity that you gave me to be your co-host.
Oh, you know what I
Because
mean?
the way we started, it was very much like, hey, I want to interview you. And I'm like, who the hell is this man? And how did he find me?
Right. And see
But
where we come now, full circle.
yeah, I feel like it's by the grace of God that we met each other. We were able to come together for a beautiful show.
Yes, I agree. And it's only going to get better. And you know, we got great things coming 2025. I don't want to speak on it just yet. I told everyone I got good news, but we're going to have some big things coming real soon. So just stay tuned. Changing the game. We're going to keep changing the game every week. G-Lew, Deandra Chanel, everyone, shout out to DD Hairston, our producer, and everyone that supports us. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. We love you.
Thank you. Until next week, guys.
Until next week, we love y'all. Peace and love.